Future Calling, the most exciting technology helping us explore the galaxy in the next decade. Ever since NASA took a back seat in the business of building rockets, private spaceflight companies have flourished in the vacuum, developing their own launch vehicles and even exploration plans for the near future. Here's a look at some of the most exciting things we can expect from space exploration within the next decade. 1. An interior view of the Blue Origin crew capsule concept at the 33rd Space Symposium in Colorado. The reusable rocket New Glenn and New Shepard capsule are designed to carry passengers to an altitude of more than 62 kilometers above the planet, so they can experience a few minutes of weightlessness, and see the curvature of Earth set against the blackness of space. Unmanned test flights have been underway since 2015. 2. Members of the media to a Blue Origin crew capsule mock-up, and New Shepard rocket booster. The passenger capsule sports 6 reclined seats, each with its own large window. The scorched New Shepard booster rocket was retired in October after 5 flights. 3. A concept portrayal of China's Mars rover and lander released by the Lunar Probe and Space Project Center of the Chinese State Administration of Science, Technology and Industry for National Defense. China plans to send the rover, designed to explore the Mars surface for 3 months, by mid-2020. 4. The Origin's Spectral Interpretation Resource Identification Security Regolith Explorer, OSIRIS-REx, spacecraft, which will travel to the near-Earth asteroid Bennu, and bring a sample back to Earth to study the origins of life. 5. NASA's Space Launch System, SLS, is a 70 metric ton configuration, NASA's new heavy-lift rocket, designed to fly astronauts to the Moon, asteroids, and eventually to Mars. Here, it's seen launching to space in this artist's rendering. 6. An undated artist's concept shows the test vehicle for NASA's Low-Density Supersonic Decelerator, LDSD, a helium balloon carrying an experimental saucer-shaped NASA spacecraft designed to test landing technologies for future Mars missions. 7. The Bigelow Expandable Activity Module, BAM, expandable space habitat technology is displayed during a media briefing in Las Vegas January 16, 2013. 8. People take pictures as the SLS 5-segment solid rocket motor, part of NASA's Deep Space Launcher project, undergoes a static test fire at the Orbital ATK facility in Promontory, Utah, March 11, 2015. 9. A prototype of a free-flying space robot equipped with a smartphone, known as Smart Spheres, synchronized position hold, engage, reorient experimental satellites, is pictured in this undated handout photo courtesy of NASA. 10. The Sierra Nevada Corporation, SNC, Dream Chaser flight vehicle, a privately owned prototype spaceplane, is readied for 60 miles per hour tow tests at NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center in Edwards, California, August 2, 2013. 11. Virgin Galactic's White Knight II carrier aircraft mothership, which landed safely after splitting from Spaceship Two, is seen in a hangar at Mojave Air and Spaceport in Mojave, California, November 4, 2014. 12. NASA astronauts Cady Coleman and Ricky Arnold step into the Orion crew module hatch during a series of spacesuit check tests conducted at the Space Vehicle Mock-Up facility at the agency's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas on June 13, 2013. The Orion crew module will serve as both transport and a home to astronauts during future long-duration missions to an asteroid, Mars and other destinations throughout our solar system. 13. NASA's new Earthbound rover, GROVER, which stands for both Greenland Rover and Goddard Remotely Operated Vehicle for Exploration and Research, in Summit Camp, the highest spot in Greenland. GROVER is an autonomous, solar-operated robot that carries a ground-penetrating radar to examine the layers of Greenland's ice sheet. Its findings will help scientists understand how the massive ice sheet gains and loses ice. 14. The unmanned SpaceX Crew Dragon lifts off from Launch Pad 40 during a pad abort test at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Cape Canaveral, Florida, May 6, 2015. 15. In this artist's concept, the Cassini spacecraft makes a close pass by Saturn's moon Enceladus to study plumes from geysers that erupt from giant fissures in the moon's southern polar region. 16. Chiroldip, in blue shirt, Johnson Space Center project manager for Al-Hat, speaks to members of the media while showing off the Morpheus prototype lander, part of the Lunar Catalyst program to develop lunar landers, in Cape Canaveral, Florida, August 1, 2012. 17. NASA's Lunar Atmosphere and Dust Environment Explorer spacecraft is pictured orbiting near the surface of the Moon, in this artist's illustration released August 15, 2013. 18. Technicians work on the heat shield of NASA's Orion space capsule at Kennedy Space Center, Florida, in this undated handout photo. Measuring 16.5 feet in diameter, the heat shield is made from a single seamless piece of avgotablator. 19. The X-51A Wave Rider, an unmanned aircraft that could reach speeds up to 3,600 miles per hour, in flight. 20. A SpaceX upgraded Falcon 9 rocket undergoes launch preparations at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, September 27, 2013. 21. A 1.79% scale model of a future concept supersonic aircraft built by Boeing. 22. Volker Meyer-Wilde, Executive Officer, and Habitat Engineer, and Hans van Otwoud, a mapping researcher, and the Health and Safety Officer of Crew 125 Moon Mars B mission, return to the Mars Desert Research Station outside Hanksville in the Utah Desert, March 3, 2013. The MDRS aims to investigate the feasibility of a human exploration of Mars, and uses the Utah Desert's Mars-like terrain to simulate working conditions on the Red Planet. 23. Robonaut 2 is shown in the International Space Station's Destiny Laboratory during a round of testing for the first humanoid robot in space, January 2, 2013. Robonaut is a testbed for exploring new robotic capabilities in space, and its form and dexterity allow it to use the same tools and control panels as its human counterparts do aboard the station. 24. An artist's concept of NASA's Mars Science Laboratory spacecraft approaching Mars. The Curiosity rover is safely tucked inside the spacecraft's aeroshell. 25. The Boeing X-37 Orbital Test Vehicle, an unmanned reusable spacecraft. 26. Physicist Daniel Sildama wears the AutoX spacesuit simulator during a field test of Esterreichis's Weltraumforum, Austrian Space Forum, inside the Isriesenhoel, giant ice cave, at Dachstein Mountain near the village of Obertraun, April 28, 2012. The AutoX is a spacesuit simulator for manned missions to Mars, which is being developed under the Mars Analog Research Program Polaris and allows to simulate environmental conditions a real spacesuit would be faced on Mars. 27. A computer-generated image of the Atrium aircraft, which will enable space tourists to experience weightlessness while carrying passengers briefly outside the Earth's atmosphere. 28. Argentine aerospace engineer Pablo de Leon, a NASA team member, collects samples as he tests a spacesuit designed for possible use in Mars at Argentina's Marambio base in Antarctica, March 13, 2011. The NDX-1 spacesuit, designed by de Leon, endured frigid temperatures and winds of more than 47 miles per hour, 75 kilometers per hour, as researchers tried out techniques for collecting soil samples on Mars.